AA, see you at church. Hi, I'm Manuel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, write a message, and let me know what you think of the conversation. Put an idea what you think you might want me to talk about, and put the hand up. I always do at the beginning because I tend to forget. And today I decided to talk about Motorola. When I first got my first phone, I got a Nokia phone. I loved it. Then the Razr came out, and I got one of those. And I loved my first Razr, but then you could get more memory, blah, blah, blah. You could send pictures, and you could put a chip. I got one of those. Um, I should have stayed with my original phone because as they moved on and on and on, Motorola's phone became faulty and I constantly had to replace it. It couldn't handle the memory. So I would have to take out the battery, put in the memory chip, blah, blah, blah. And then downloading music. When you got the brand new phone, you had to download the songs, and they would only let you download 5. It was a pain in the ass. And then, ta-da! Apple appeared and came out with the first Apple phone. Motorola got left in the dust. And every other phone started trying to be an Apple phone. And on and on and on until we got the ones I'm recording with, and mine is a 6 plus. I love that. It's big, nice. I know the Nokia used to have one like this, but it folded. And I was thinking lately about doing that. And just recently I saw an ad for Motorola. They're going to put out another Razr phone. I was like, oh, that's cool. It goes small, you put it in your pocket, and it goes big. Well, not only does it go big, they went big with its price. They just screwed themselves like a monkey. Shiny red ass, and then they fucked themselves. Why do I say that? Because, I'm sorry, we love the Apple phone, but Apple is outpricing themselves. I'm sorry, $1,000, and then if you want more memory to go to the bigger memories, it's 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, on and on and on. I'm going to get the big screen, of course, and the big memory. Not going to go to any of the 10 hours, the 11. Next will be the 12 in 2 to 3 years. Reason? I'm sorry, why do I want inferior product? You got a big phone with inferior product. The only thing I do now with my phone, this one, is I text message and I record. That's all I do now. I have no other reason for the phone. Is for that. Why? Because my life has changed tremendously. So I'm not constantly text messaging 100 people. I'm not constantly emailing 100 people. I am not constantly in contact with all my old friends. I found that a group of my friends weren't really my friends, so I moved on. I found out another group of my friends weren't really my friends. So I move on. See, get the trend? I don't stay there. I move on. Most people stay. Same thing with phones. Apple, it's outsourcing themselves. They're putting a bunch of garbage into their phone and making their phones less. I got it because I could put my games in it. I could play games. I got it. I could listen to books. I got it because I could listen to music. I got it because I could also use it as a phone. When I had the Razr, which I went from the Razr to this phone, well, not this phone, I got the other one. I'm not going to go get him because you'll see it if you go over to the episode about Apple going from a good phone to garbage. But I went from the Razr to that phone. I was supposed to be, see, T-Mobile used to be voice stream. And with voice stream, they would one, two, three, four, five phones. If those phones were faulty, then they move you to the upgrade for free. I was about to go to the upgrade, and T-Mobile, who purchased VoiceStream, which VoiceStream was 500% better than T-Mobile. T-Mobile said, "Oh no, we won't do that. We'll give you a Samsung." And I looked at him and I said, "Oh hell no." I said, "Would you want a Samsung?" She goes, "No." And you could hear that expression in her voice from the other side. I said, "Okay, if you wouldn't get it, why the hell would you think I would? It's raining here." And she goes, "Well, I'm sorry." And I said, "Okay, just send me another Razr of the one before that, which was the one that was having the problem, which I was putting my chip, putting that, and after a while, it wouldn't work. And then I would have to go through all the trouble of downloading all those songs that I had. And it came, I set it up. I was tired of it, to be honest. I liked the smallness, I just was tired with the drama. My friend, she and I went and got, well, she went and got a new phone. I was about to get a new phone. And my friend says, "Your birthday's coming up. Don't get a phone." And I said, "Okay." So then, on my birthday, picks me up at work, hands me my gift, and it's the brand new iPhone. I was like, the only problem is I can no longer be with T-Mobile. Why? Because T-Mobile hadn't upgraded their product to carry the iPhone. They hadn't made the deal with iPhone. Everything was falling apart. So, off to AT&T. And I was happy there. I was really happy at T-Mobile. But, and it's a big but, they couldn't handle the iPhone yet. They didn't make the deal yet. And it took them quite a few years. I was happy with T-Mobile. I got great connection service. I could go anywhere with the service and I had no problem. Never had a break in my service. So, we're at AT&T, happy, happy, happy. And then Apple starts playing their games. You can go to the other video, see that where I show you the best of the Apple phones, which is the first. And I don't show you the worst because I don't have the worst. Why? Why would I continue to buy garbage? The beginning, you got games. And as the phone upgraded to the next phone, it couldn't play the older games. And they were saying, well, it's because you got a piece of crap of product. Don't give me this bullshit about, oh, well, we're trying to. No, you can't handle a lesser game. That just doesn't make sense. When you're improving your product, that means that you can handle the lower games and you can handle the upper games. Not you can't handle the lower games. And there's no excuse to that because the lower games don't need all of the programming. That just means that you don't have a good program. And as the phone kept resourcing out, they resourced out the first one. Then they resourced out the four. Then they resourced out, which is the one I'm using now. I wish they had, to be honest. They didn't. Before they resourced it out, they put out the 10. The 10 was awesome. I was thinking of getting one. Then they put out the $1,000 phone. And I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not going to get no $1,000 phone. Well, it's a better phone. No, it's not. How is it a better phone? You cannot carry my older games that I enjoy. And you sent a program that can't run the older games. So all my older games on this phone right here you're seeing me record from, with the upgrade, now it can't run the older games. That isn't better. That means it's worse. That means you people don't know how to do your job. You're just a piles of shit. First, you couldn't play my Monopoly games. Second, you couldn't play Sorry. I mean, these games are so easy. You move a little program like that. They don't even really walk or fight or anything. One little gun shoots, pew, 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 Galaxian. They finally couldn't run that one either. I was like, oh my God, you guys are piles of shit. And now they can't even, I mean, it's just garbage. Oh, we got these great programmings. No, you got boring programs. Oh, we're on a bird. Ooh. Boring. If that bird was flying over people and you're making shit on people because you're the bird, now I'd find that funny and would be fun. But you know, they're not going to make anything like that. If, I mean, way back there was a game and it was, I think they were about to make it into a game that you could play on your phone, and I would have bought it. Way back when I was younger, they had this game where you just drive a casket. You get into your casket, which is a car, and you drive down the road and you ran over people. And as the people were certain kinds of people, you got bigger points. I loved that game. I used to go all the time to the movies just to play that game. Now, the iPhone can't play shit. They don't have anything I want to play. They don't have, what do you call it? Pokemon. They got the Pokemon Go. That's a pile of shit. I'm sorry. I just want to play catching and that. And you could start with thousands of balls. But guess what happens? You throw 30 balls, and out of those balls, you know how many come back to you? None. You catch one caricature, but none of those balls come back to you. So you end up losing all your balls within 5 characters. and now you gotta buy more. I'm like, oh hell no. You, one, I never got to play the game. All I got to do was catch some balls. I mean, some animals. It was dud. Then every time I start playing one that they're just introducing to see if it's going to become a good game, it doesn't run anymore. That just makes me angry, and I stop playing those too. I mean, now here comes the Razr. It looks cool. To be honest, I might leave Apple and go to Motorola. But then they stupidly showed me the price. 150. No, 1,500. I'm not paying that kind of money. If I won't do it for Apple, I certainly won't do it for a Razr. Oh, yeah, it's been years and years and years for them to try to finally fix the problem, but that doesn't mean they fixed it. All it means is they went incognito and now they're back. It looks cool, but they outpriced themselves. I'm sorry. For that price, no. But that's only my opinion. You might think that's great. But my opinion, no, you outpriced yourself. Sorry, sweetheart. I'm not going to pay that much money for a Razr. It's a tiny phone. It goes into your pocket and it opens and shows you the foil of the whole thing, which makes it look like an iPhone. Again, them trying to be like an iPhone. But then you can fold it up little. And they're saying in front of the screens, you can see that you got mail, you got messages, and whatever. And then you can open it if you want to open it. But the reality is, will you pay that kind of money? From what they're saying, it doesn't have the memory, it doesn't have the battery time. I mean, what are they offering? A folded small phone? Oh, hell no. That's not worth 1,000. Now, if they had come with a folded small phone with 2 day memory, I mean, 2 day battery, a whole lot of memory, you know what I mean? I would be on that board to jump. But they're not offering anything. They're offering an old phone product, a old phone image, an old, everything's old. Why am I going to pay high priced at old just because you thought that XR? No, that's Apple's stupidity, and whoever else was stupid enough to buy that phone. I'm sorry, you're an idiot. That's an Apple 4 with extra innards so that they could run. It wasn't so they could run better games, so they could run the older games so that it would work better. No, it wasn't that way. What they did was they put old innards, new innards in an old phone with an old screen. It's like me going over and buying surround sound and putting on top of it a bigger but black and white TV and watching movies on a black and white TV. I'm sorry, but I charge you the system. Oh, you got surround sound. You can play DVDs. You can play VHS tapes. But you can only play it on this small little TV screen. That's black and white. And I'm going to charge you $800. I mean, how many idiots are going to run to buy that? I know there'll be some, but that's just stupid. Why am I going to go pay for something less advantage and pay at a high price? That's just stupid. I got my 4 at a low price with the huge memory. Just give me the programming for my 4 and I'll use my 4. Not that. I'm sorry. That's just stupid. Apple did that. Now the Razr's going to be the same thing. So what do you think? Would you go backwards in time and have less, 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 but pay more? Hey, I'll pay more for less. It's just stupid. I mean, it's like buying antique furniture. That's what you're doing with the Razr. An antique phone with a better screen. Oh, I have all the things. I got VCR, I have a DVD, I have I oh, I got beta tapes, I got old DVDs, I mean, that's what it really looks like. Let's just say you got the gigantic screen TVs, and what you got is that gigantic I mean, record that they used to put on so you could see a movie. It was supposedly the top of the line, but at the same time, it was crap. I'm sorry. I'm not going to pay that kind of money for yesterday's product. Apple's been pushing it down our throats and everybody else has been buying it, and now Razor's trying to do it too. And they're charging you an arm and a leg and a dick and an ass to pay for it. I'm sorry. No, ain't gonna happen. You're not getting the memory. You're not getting the battery life. You're not getting anything but a brand new screen on a folding phone. That's it. I wouldn't pay for that. I had to look at it. When they said how much it was, I stepped back and I was like, "Oh hell no." And here we are. I had to tell everybody, "Will you pay for less?" And I mean pay through the nose for less. And the only person I saw, I think that was Sprint, that was showing that they had the phone, and I'm like, you would have to give that phone for free for transferring the Sprint. So you got a lesser company selling a lesser phone for a very high price. No. But what do you think? Is that what you're looking for, to get less for more? Because I'm not. I'm really not. You give me more, and I'll be happy. Apple claims they're giving me more. They're not. They're charging you more for less. Well, you can do this. No, you can't. Oh, we got this gallery of movies. You can't, I mean, of video games. You can't even own the games anymore. You can only rent the games, like Blockbuster, but on your iPhone. Like, same thing with their movies. Oh my God, those storylines are the dumbass ass movies I've ever seen. Hey, the only reason I'd be watching is because of that muscle guy. He was from a Stargate Atlantis. Gorgeous man. They're all blind. Okay, if you're all blind, how do you know this? These children are have a sight. It don't make no sense. She has her babies. Everybody knows they have sight. They're babies. They can't even talk yet. Where is you getting somebody telling you that? Oh, these babies can see. I mean, get a clue. Stupid. So stupid. We're going back in time. These people, they're living like the olden ways. I mean, give me a break. It could have been something good, but They're after his babies because they could see. Who knows that? How can you tell that these children can see? Nobody can see anymore. Oh, we have to kill these babies because we can't go back or the world will. I'm so stupid. It's going to take hundreds and hundreds of years for them to go back to where they were at to end up where they're at again. I mean, that's just dumb. Dumber than dumb. I was like, oh my gosh, give me a break. And I'm not going to sing that song, Give Me a Break either. But it's so stupid. And that's the road their video games go. Not the storyline, but I mean, boringness. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I like old styled games because they were fun. I liked Ultima, Ultima 2, Ultima 3, Ultima 5. They all went and you could do different things and it didn't force you to go down this little road. Because if you go down the wrong road, you got killed. So then you start all over. Do, 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 do. You got killed. You went the right. No, they want you to go straight. I mean, that's boring. Give us options where we can go down other roads. We can start at one spot. And if we go down this way, we can do stuff there, pick up product, come over, do this one that would have been easier, but you started with the harder because you built your character up so that you were strong enough to start on this side. I mean, give me a break. Those are good games. Not this new shit where you have to, like it was on a disc. That's what they were called, discs. And they would play the video over and over, but every single time you went off the way you were supposed to, you got killed. That was one of the games. That was way back because it was on a disc. But when they had them in a program that you put into your computer, and your computer ran the program because these people knew how to make a program. I don't get it. This stuff is just so easy and everything. We have idiots over here lately and they're okies and they keep playing crap out there thinking people want to hear their crap. Everywhere I move, there's always these retards that play their music so loud. And so that people were like, oh, do, 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 do. I mean, are you retarded? Next thing you know it, we're going to be living in the Ozarks and there's going to be going, suey, suey. And he's going to tell them to squeal like a pig. I'm just kidding. That's a movie Deliverance. But what do you think? To me, I just think they're just ripping us off nowadays. Looks like a nice little phone. They priced themselves out of the business, in my case. How do you feel about that? Do you feel the same way? Did they price themselves out? I think so. I won't be buying it because I would have bought it until I saw their price. If they had brought their price where they should have had it, down there in the 500s, I would have went and kicked this to the side. I would use it only as a recorder, or I'd buy a camera and start downloading it to a phone, to a computer. Why? Because I'm sorry, Apple isn't a great company anymore. They are showing us that they need a dead person. And it's just getting in my nerves. And I'm not interested in any of that. It's just dumb. And Apple right now is telling me we're going to send a program. I don't think I'm going to download that program. To be honest, I'm not interested in any of their new programs. They have not corrected the charging system. They did it for a second and now it's back where you have to have it on so it'll charge. That's what I'm doing right now. While I'm recording, I have a cable in it so I can record. Why? Because the battery life is crap. This is a brand new battery. They didn't put the brand new battery in there, which they could have. No, they put another battery, and the charging was okay. To me, I don't know. They gotta do some major dancing for me to even look at them. I think you guys should do the same. Look on somewhere else, because Apple's just. But don't go to that other crap. Those are all Apple wannabes. I don't know. To be honest, there's nobody else I really want to look at, but I surely don't want to get that crap they're trying to pass off as a phone, which is really, might as well get my old Apple phones and put them there. If I could put a program, the new program, into my little phone, the first one, I'd do it in a heartbeat. In one heartbeat. Boom. That'd be in there, and I'd carry that small one. Why? Because it's the only thing that could actually handle the programming. These shits are always fucking up. And when they fucked it up with the 10S, ah, friend goes and says, "Well, which phone do you want me to get?" And I said, "Get the 10 Max. 10S is a piece of garbage. The R is old garbage, passed off as new garbage." It's just, to me, I just tired. Companies putting out shit and want you to choke down their dick at the same time. I don't know. But let me know what you think. How do you feel about it? Leave a message. I went longer than I wanted to go. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave a message. Tell me what would you like me to talk about, and I usually already put that hand up, and because I don't go back, I feel bad, but most of the times I'm like, no, not gonna go back. And let me know, how do you feel about it? Do you feel the same way? Do you think that the Razr has already, they're the past, and are you going to pay that kind of money for the past? I'm not. Not 1,500. Not 1,200. Not 1,300. Any of that. There's nothing that phone can do that's going to make it worth $1,000. It wasn't worth. It was barely worth $500, and that was in the past. But what do you think? Will you get it? Let me know. Leave me a message. But AA, see you in church.